And
this is Karen from the Press School of Reflexology as well. So we're here to help you design, fill and deliver your successful reflexology workshops. So we are going to stop and have some chat as we go along, and hopefully we'll be able to answer some of your questions. So if you just...
Yes, if you've got questions, it'd be great if you could type them in the chat box. Should be on your left-hand side of the screen. So I'm Holly on the left, Karen's there on the right, in case you need a visual to put the voice to the name. We've got a lot to get through today, so we're going to be moving fairly quickly. We've got lots of information we want to pass on to you and share with you. If you stick around to the end, then we'll happily share. We've got a 7-step flyer, 7 steps to design, deliver and fill your own workshop. So we'll send that out by email to everybody at the beginning. Arrow doesn't work. So what our aim is today, really, we hope to inspire people to put on some reflexology workshops to help get reflexology out there into the community more, and the wonderful benefits that we all know it brings. We know there's lots of people interested in delivering workshops because we've had a phenomenal response to our email that we put out. So it's great you're all interested, and yeah, we just hope to give you some information that's going to help get you on your way.
Okay, so is this your current mindset? Is that you in the man pulling his hair out? And wouldn't it be brilliant if you could be that person before, really happy and feel that you've got your business and your life all happy and it's all going forward? So what's stopping you from doing it already? So you've obviously had the interest with, as Holly said, we had very phenomenal feedback from everybody. So obviously everyone is interested in running their own workshops. So has anyone got any questions for us at the moment, or we'll just keep going forward?
Did it say, yeah, someone had their hand up?
Yeah, somebody did have their hand up.
I think we can just, yeah, type in a message. If you've got a question or something, just type it in and we'll get to answer it
as we go forward. Otherwise, we'll just move on at the moment. So, so is it too big to contemplate? Where do I start running my own workshop? Oh, I'm just too busy with work at the moment. I've got too many clients. I just haven't got enough time. And it is also important sometimes, you know, within your business, you have to think about making time for your business, not always be actually working within it. Sometimes just stepping back from it and looking at it from an outsider can help you. So, as you said, are you too busy? You just don't know where. There's too much in your road. That could be family, it could be clients. It's just too much to think about.
I think everyone is so time short at the moment, aren't they? A lot of people might feel like that.
Definitely.
At some points. And so, I mean, Karen and I, we were like that for many, many years. We got together swapping treatments years ago. And when the association were looking for people to start training the Certificate of Clinical Reflexology, we talked about it. Oh, yeah, that would be good. Well, we'll just wait till the kids have grown up when we've got more time. We'll just wait until then. We'll just wait until then. And now it's not. And then, you know, 6 months pass, a year passes. And I think definitely my light bulb moment was when my husband, I can remember it so clearly, saying to me, you want to get on and do that training, you know, or that Karen Bishop's going to be doing it. and I said, oh, and my response was, when do you think I'm going to write a course? You know, in between making the dinner and clients and netball training and everything else that we have going on in our lives. But really, it's given us so much more time freedom, really, doing the training. You know, the hours that we spend training now are much less than the hours we would be spending with clients and trying to get more clients. It's given us and that's what I was not expecting, a lot more time. The reality is there's a huge lack of reflexology, quality reflexology training nationwide, and the association are often asking us, well, recently they were asking what our marketing strategies are, how we're filling our courses, and we're not just as surprised. You know, we've worked hard over the years, but I think we've got a strategy in place now that's obviously working. We're a bit of we've got sort of the down pat, the Facebook marketing, which works fantastically, that we want to pass on any tips and expertise that we've found over the years to other reflexologists, so they can do the same. And as we said, the association asked us to share our knowledge, so that's what we're doing, because the reality is, you know, reflexologists are going to retire, and if we're not training more reflexologists, then we're going to become a dying breed.
So it's so important that we do obviously share our passion. I mean, some of you have probably got that part-time job, so wouldn't it be great to increase your income, just like the man with the piggy bank in the front, and really look at doing something that interests you a little bit more than maybe, you know, you're doing the part-time job because of just to pay the bills. So it gives you, as Holly said, a little bit more freedom. So how many clients do you think you would need compared to running a training workshop? Anyone, any ideas?
Yeah, if the group chat question, you know, to see if it's working, does anyone want to type in?
I think there were questions about volume before. So
okay.
Yeah.
So it's working. Yeah.
So obviously, if you had, this is based on a 2-day workshop. So if you were running an introductory.
Oh, sorry, Joe says 10.
10. Okay. Okay. 10. Okay. Somebody else said 20. We're too quick. Obviously, it's just, so really 10 clients on a course, a weekend course at $400 for the 2-day course would equate to $4,000. So your cost would be for a weekend cost probably around $1,000. So maximum probably $300 a day for hire of a venue. So your profit for running a weekend course would be $3,000. Obviously, you've got to find those 10 people, but if you base that on the number of clients, you would need to reach that same income. So we're basing that on $80 per client. Some people will be charging less, some people charge more. That would be 37 clients. So it's a huge difference, and really, obviously, this is something that, you know, we'll try and help you going forward. So let's just set the stage and look at how you would design your own course.
Yes, absolutely. When you're thinking what to, you know, put in your workshop, I know I did a weekend course at Endeavour College here in Perth many years ago, and that was a 2-day course, which is what we do, a 2-day course. And what they tried to do was, it was their material, I felt too much, you know, they were trying to teach a whole reflexology treatment in that 2 days, and the students' feedback was absolutely, you know, my mind's flooded, I can't remember anything. So I remember when we got together saying to Karen, I think we want to show them techniques and show them well, and give them plenty of time to practice so that they know the techniques. Absolutely. They can take stuff away with them, that, you know, real techniques that are practiced and received and that are useful to people. So what we actually include in our weekend course, we make it quite clear that they're not reflexologists, you know, that they haven't trained to become a professional reflexologist, but, you know, nevertheless, there's still some great skills that they can do on their stressed out husbands and wives and kids and best friends who are going through, you know, different health journeys. It seems to be,
and it really helps them with their stress as well. You can see the change over that weekend. Even after half a day, they just feel so much more
stress and
relaxed.
anxiety. I think, you know,
it's massive.
It's just absolutely massive at the moment, isn't it? And when we run our clinics, I was saying at class the other day, everyone, when they come to clinic and fills out their client history form, has neck, shoulder, lower back issues, stress and tension, and sleep issues. It seems to be everyone and their dogs. So we feel that we really address that with the weekend course. We teach 10 relaxation techniques. When Karen and I, we trained different sides of the globe and different trainers. So we just combined what we'd both learned. So we've got 10 techniques. We show them to relax the foot and warm up the different areas, and then we look at treating the skeletal system, so the neck, shoulder, spine, knee and hip, because we feel that's an area that most people again will benefit from
and have some issue as well.
Exactly right. Most people have got it, a lot of people have got issues there, and just calming down the central nervous system. So by the end of the course, they've got a modified treatment, up to half an hour treatment. As I said, they can practice on their friends and family, and it's just incredible. We get great feedback from these students. Have a look on our website under feedback, and you can have a look. So we find that material works really well in a 13-hour course. Yes, any specific questions? If anyone, we're talking quickly because we've got a lot to get through, but if anyone does have any specific questions, then do just type them in and we'll do our best to answer them.
Yeah. So we want to help you reach your potential.
Oh, sorry, it was me. I was a bit slow then. We want to help you get.
We want to climb that, just like that man climbing that mountain.
You know, and if you're obviously here because it's something you want to do, so just take a moment to think, what is stopping you? Is it time? Is it that it's all too big to even contemplate? But like I keep saying to my kids, I've got teenage kids, if you don't change anything, then nothing's going to change, you know?
Exactly. Nothing's going to change for you.
If you're not.
Somebody's just asked, are your students clients or people that you haven't met before? That's a very interesting one, because we do find that it works in both ways. Some of the students have been previous clients, but at the same time, sometimes some of them that come on the workshops then become clients as well. So it's both ways. So, and we're going to talk about how we look at marketing as we go through the workshop. But I think you have to sort of reach out to your wider audience and see who your potential clients are as well.
Right. So I was just going to say, with adding on to what Karen said about students becoming clients, when we started out, we just emailed and fly everyone we knew to all our email lists, to everyone, asking them to pass it to everyone, you know, just to get the word out there. But we just had a question from Pamela saying about, do you need any Cert 4 assessment and training quals to deliver a reflexology workshop? And you don't. There's no legal requirement on becoming a trainer. So you do need that if you're delivering the certificate of clinical reflexology, because it is a qualification, you know. It's the Reflexologist Association qualification. So you need it for that, but not at this introductory level. You know, you're just passing on information, and the students get an attendance certificate rather than a qualification.
Yeah, statement. Yes, attendance. Yes. Whereas once you change that.
So you might be thinking, you know, why? I know I was thinking, why me? You know, why not you? I had a little bit of doubt, like, you know, who am I? I'm no expert to be teaching this. But in the end, you're just sharing information, and you do that, I'm sure, with your clients all the time. You might show them an area to work on their feet or their hands if they can't get to their feet in between treatments. So why not you? You know, if you're a reflexologist and you're passionate, then I don't think you need any more. So you are going to have to make a decision whether you're going to actually make the leap, draw the line in the sand. You know, like I said, when my husband said to me, that was my line in the sand. Right, I need to commit, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to plan how I'm going to do it.
I think sometimes it's often good thinking people have said to me, you know, do you look back in a year? If you picture yourself a year from now, are you still doing the same thing, struggling for clients, or have you made that leap and done something different? And that is a good way to almost look back in the last 12 months. I mean, we all go forward because we're all so busy. We're all always rushing to the next point as well.
But with the training, Karen, I didn't bargain on how much time freedom it will give us.
Yes.
You know, when the hours you can spend with clients one-on-one, and then you can have a room with, well, as little as 6 people or 8 to 10 people. It's incredible because you're passing on that knowledge and the benefits of reflexology, you know, tenfold.
Yes, and you're reaching a much wider audience. So how are you going to fill your workshop? How are you going to get those people on the slide? And somebody just did ask a question about public liability insurance. Yes, you would have to, you do require insurance as well, but we can talk about that later. So who are your audience? As we mentioned already, sometimes they can be your past clients, or they could be people that you've never met before. It's amazing how people just do find us. I mean, we do, as Holly mentioned, we look at Facebook ads as well. You can target right down to your audience, whether it's stress, anxiety, specific groups of people, maybe between 35 to 50, 45 to 60, women or men. You know, we do have a few guys come on our courses, but it is primarily women, but it's good if we get a few more men as well. Also, people who are having issues such as sleep issues, headaches, and just people that want to even make time for yourself seems to work really well, because often we are so time poor. Having a day out, complete day or 2 days just for yourself, and to be able to share that knowledge with your family or friends when you go home is fantastic.
I was going to say, I just think so many more people now are coming on our courses for their own health, you know, to improve their own health and well-being, to take charge of it, to help them get a good night's sleep. So when they're on the course, our course is very practical, 75% practical, so that they are learning hands-on skills from us and practicing them and being able to, you know, take them home, share them at home. And they often meet up with other people on the course and they start doing a regular swap. So
as we said, you know, looking at through social media, through websites, through, you know, word of mouth. I mean, really, it's, you know, a lot of people are using social media, but don't forget those offline networking ideas as well. There's, you know, when you really look out there are different options that you can go to, and they may not potentially be your client right away, but it's amazing if somebody meets you and says, oh, I'm going to refer somebody to you on one of your courses, or maybe becomes a client. So word of mouth is still very effective. I had a lady that came and then she referred her brother or grandmother or daughter. So it's amazing how it can just open up different avenues as well. So just being, and that is good for your own clients as well, just thinking a little bit more outside the box.
I was just going to say, we've had a few questions, Karen. Maybe we should just quickly answer them, because someone has asked us, sorry, where are we here? Leanne's asked us if we had a set running sheet program or access. So we do package up our whole training program, all our material, our PowerPoints and everything like that. So we can go into more detail about that if anyone wants to know more. And Pamela has asked, she's running a 3-hour community hand reflexology. What would you charge? I think the going rate for a day's workshop's about 200, so I would be charged with maybe half of that, maybe $100 or $80 for a 3-hour workshop.
Yeah, so
I do really need to look around at what people are charging in your area, because it does differ. Consider, you know, if you're in CBD Sydney or if you're in a quiet country town, it's going to be a different amount.
Okay, all right. So
here we go.
So where are you going to run it from? So this is really, often we find people are saying, oh, I've got nowhere to run it from. I haven't got anywhere in my house. Sometimes it's good to find a place, preferably close by to you if possible. But it's amazing how many different halls, there might be different clinics there that you could hire a reasonable sized room. So as you say, you may want 6 to 10, we have up to 12 people as our maximum on our introductory workshop, which works well. It's good to look at where the location is. Also, is there free parking, or if the parking's not too expensive, or if it's close to public transport, that's even better. And if you're looking at any storage, if you're going to be running workshops on a regular basis, maybe they can store some equipment for you. I mean, the other thing is with the equipment, obviously, you can ask people to bring their own, and at times people can just work off chairs. It's not as ideal, but sometimes people are able to. Yeah, it is good if you're just starting off. And so there's different options, but really just looking around yourself, and you'll be surprised, there are a lot of different venues around that could be possible just to rent for a day or 2 day course.
We usually pay about $300 a day. It's our going rate.
Yes, our going rate is $300. So when are you going to do it is a really important aspect. Often people say, oh no, I can't do it this year, I'm just too busy. So really look at your diary and think, could I do it in 4 to 6 months? Could I run if it's an introductory 2 day weekend, you should really be thinking in 4 months time. So we're, middle of, towards the end of June. So, July, August, September, October, you could easily be running one in October. Obviously, December we find doesn't, we have run workshops in December before, but people's focus is more on Christmas.
Whereas busy.
Yeah, it is. So whereas I think looking ahead is really important. And we have, with our introductory workshops, we run for a year. So really looking ahead and thinking, when are we going to plan it? When are we going to market it? So 6 to 8 weeks before that, you're thinking about what are your marketing, how are you going to market that? And you'll be surprised how quickly people will fill up, and also offering an early bird option. If people think they're going to get $20, $30 off, then they'll sign up before that too. So that's something to think about as well.
Absolutely.
So now is the time to really think about it. Is it the time to write the course? So if you were trying to write a 13-hour course, that's going to take you some time.
A lot of time.
So, sometimes you think, oh, it's only going to take me a few hours, but really it's going to take, it could take up to triple that time, 39, 40 to 60 hours. And where are you going to find that time to write that workshop?
I know when we started out, I would say, if you're doing a workshop that's 13 hours long, it would be at least 3, as Karen said, 4 times as long. So, each hour might take you 4 hours to write. It's surprising when you get all your books out and your PowerPoint and how, what is reflexology? We all know what it is, but to start writing it and then get it proofread.
It does take time. And as we're now on our 20th introductory workshop and our 12th certificate of clinical reflexology courses commencing in July. So you really have to think about, is this the right time for you to do it, rather than thinking, oh, I'll do it in 2020, and is it the right time?
Maybe not. Is this the right time? Now is the time. I think it's all about making commitment. You could carry on thinking about it, but are you going to actually make the leap and draw the line in the sand and decide, yes, I'm doing this? What's the worst can happen? That's my philosophy. So we've talked about the design, what to put in the course. We talked about how to fill it, the delivery, the audience, the delivery. So the delivery on the day when you're there and you're all ready, that might be what stops a lot of people. Some people might oh, I'm too nervous, I don't like public speaking. But I think if you're sharing, I mean, we don't like public speaking, but I love talking about reflexology, you know, and I love telling people, if you do this and this and this, it's going to help someone's sleep, or it's going to help someone's neck or shoulder. And, you know, you're just sharing information. The delivery bit is easy. You've got everything prepared, you've got all your material, you've got your people, and the delivery bit is the most fun bit, isn't it? It's just great. Especially the wonders when people are like, wow, I can feel this and I can feel that in their shoulder. And then when they're receiving it, someone said, do they work on themselves? We pair people up. We find you can't learn reflexology unless you're actually receiving it and know what it feels like. So not only they're learning the skills, but they're receiving them as well.
Yeah, it's very important. You know, obviously we demonstrate and we'll go around and check. You know, they're not, as we said, they're not going to become a professional reflexologist.
Yeah, we make it quite clear that
but we're obviously checking their pressure as well. So
yes, and that's what people want. They can learn so much nowadays online, can't you? You can learn everything, but people want our expertise. You know, the delivery. They want to know from reflexologists. So we want to help you reach your potential. You know, why are you here today?
Yeah, but obviously we sparked your interest, and you wanted to hear more about how to design, fill and deliver your own workshop. Was it that you were just curious, or you wanted advice on how to get started? Or was it and it was too big to contemplate, just like the skyscrapers there, just too much to think about? And where would you find the time to fit it in and plan, advertise and design? Were you too busy, or are you still too busy? Are you thinking about it? So really, pulling the hair out.
She needs some reflexology. Look at her.
Yeah, she's exhausted.
She's reached the end of her tether.
She sure has. So yes, it's like, hopefully we've shown you our way that might be the right way for you to get you on the right path. You know, that's a lovely picture there, just thinking, where's that road going to lead you? Are you going to still be on that same road, trying to think which direction you want to move in? Or are you going to start delivering your own workshop?
It's a lovely golden path. So he's thinking about it. He's got an awful lot on his mind. Yes. He needs some reflexology. So he's thinking about it. Are you still going to carry on thinking about it, like Karen said, or are you just going to do it, in the words of Nike? So you can take the slow route. You know, you can design and plan and do all the work and create your own workshop, which is great, and get it out to the people. Just got to get it out to the community. Or you could take the faster route and you could take up our offer. As we said, we've packaged all of our training material into an introductory weekend workshop package. It's a 13-hour training workshop, including all the PowerPoints, the handouts. We give our students a lovely colour booklet with all photos of the techniques they learn. So everything is in there for you to just deliver your workshops. You would just need a venue and you just need an audience. And including in our package, we tell you exactly how we've done that. We're filling 4 workshops a year now with at least a waiting list of 2 or 3 people for the next workshop.
One, yes,
12 people, that is. So it just seems to be getting busier and busier, and we'd love to share some of this knowledge with you. We package our material at $3,000, but we're offering a special discount for the next 48 hours, $500 discount, so it'll be $2,500. We did the sums earlier, so, you know, even with your first course that you delivered, you'd be making a profit, and then each time you repeated it.
Yes, if you had 68 people, that would be, if you got 10 people, you'd be making a profit. So, you know, it's just putting the energy in and the time to fill that course. So
I was going to say, we've been doing this for some time now. There's a few people on the East Coast who've bought our package, and their testimonials are on our website under the license, what they thought, so have a read. But if you want to find out more, then you can give us an email and we'll give you a call tomorrow or whenever it's convenient.
Yeah, so we really want you to help reach your goal and really do your own training, and just keep reflexology going, because it's so important. And you know, now is the time to take action and start delivering your own workshops. And so if you're interested in our training material, then just please get in touch. Our details are down there. And as Holly mentioned, if you go to our website, it's perschoolofreflexology.com.au. Just take out the info. And you've stayed on our webinar till the end, so we're going to give you the freebie. We'd obviously love to send you some watermelon, but that's not possible. So we'll give you our flyer.
Email.
Yeah, definitely.
By email.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah,
our flyer, we've just got the 7 steps that we've given you a lot of information, so we can email that to anybody. Well, we'll email it to everyone who's been here. And we hope that we've inspired you, and we hope that what we've said has been useful, and that you're going to help us get in reflexology out there into the community. It's more important than ever now with the health rebates situation, I think, to keep our industry alive and the passion for it there.
I'm just popping up our contact details again, because there was a question about that. We just had a couple of other. Do you feel you need years of experience as a reflexology to teach the basics like relaxation? No, I don't think so, not at all. If you become a professional reflexologist, why not? You know, what's stopping you? If you're confident enough, and you know, that's the thing that people think, oh, obviously to teach the certificate of clinical reflexology, you need to be a professional reflexologist for 3 years. But when you've just actually qualified and obviously been practicing for some time, you do feel that you're really out there, and you've actually trained. You've actually worked with quite a lot of clients. So yes, it's almost your passion's there, rather than maybe you've been there for a while. But there's no right or wrong time to run an introductory workshop.
So I just wanted to say before, I think we might be getting cut off before long, but how did you overcome public speaking, Jo? We just did it. You just have to do it, and you're just talking about reflexology, which you're so passionate about. You know,
I think if you're prepared, I think it's fine. Yes. I think you're nervous when you don't really know what you're talking about. I think that is, think about, you know, sometimes people say, just think about you're talking to one person. Don't think about the big audience out there, and that's what makes it easier. Because I was scared, and we all were.
Pop in the rescue remedies.
Yeah, but then once you're out there, you don't really think back. Obviously, if you go and talk to 100 people, it's different to 10 people. But even so, you're sharing your knowledge, and if you're passionate about it, you fight that fear.
And if you think about why you're doing it, I think you know, why are you doing it? Because you want those people to help their husbands or teenagers or anyone, you know, get a good night's sleep, help them get pain relief from their neck or shoulder, and show them how to do it. But I think we're going to run out of time soon. If anyone wants to just send us a quick email, and we'll get in touch with them tomorrow. We know it's getting rather late over on the East Coast now.
Yeah, and there are payment plans on our website for the introductory workshop as well. But we can talk to you more. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, just have a look on the website under license.
We're available to talk tomorrow. That's fine.
Send us an email, and we'll fix up a time. So it's been great. Thank you, everyone, and we hope it's been useful. Bye for now. Bye-bye.
Bye.